Good morning, everyone. I'm Olivia, and this is Chair Yoga, and this is my church, North Presbyterian Church in Williamsville, New York. So welcome to my class. If this is your first time coming, lovely to have you here today. I hope you'll find it to be beneficial to your health and general well-being. If you've been here before, of course, welcome back. For whatever reason, I am glad you chose to be present today, because you know what? Sometimes that is the hardest part. Not just the technology, but mentally allowing yourself to be present and be okay with it. So today, we're going to gather up whatever energy, whatever strength we have. Maybe it doesn't feel like very much today. And we're going to finish class in a very quick 45 minutes, hoping you'll feel very much alive. All right, grab yourself some water, a chair without any arms. Maybe take your socks and shoes off if you're in a comfortable place to do that. And let's get started. And you notice I wore my brightest pink pants today. Let me find my thing. Yep, aren't they bright? So I think you'll be able to see me okay. All right, so come out to the edge of your seat. I'm going to switch my microphone around here. So your sit bones are just on the edge of the chair right there. Your hands are palms down on the thigh muscles. Let the elbows draw back. Lift the heart a bit more. Take a deep breath in. Take that long, slow exhale. Let's take it through the mouth, but long and slow. And then with your eyes closed, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And this is where I start to put a little smile on my face, thinking, am I smelling chocolate chip cookies? And that makes me breathe even a little bit deeper. Begin to allow yourself to be present. You have chosen to click on the video today. Get the most out of it. Put your phone away. Close the door if there's something out there distracting you. And the next 45 minutes, well, think of it as a gift to yourself. You're going to celebrate your capabilities, respect your limitations, honor your body. And this precious gift of breath leads us to that. So let's practice that breathing rhythm that we've done before. This time we're going to take a long inhale for 2 counts, but a longer exhale for 4 counts. And when you get to the top of that inhale, I want you to stop your breath. And I say that because I don't want you to hold your breath. Just stop it. And then take that long, slow exhale. So let's take one cleansing breath first. All right, so here we go. Inhale. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale slow. 1, 2. Exhale 4. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep cleansing breath. And let's begin with the head. So tipping the head. But as you do that, think about lifting the ear to the ceiling first. And then roll the chin down towards the chest. Come up onto the other side. And right here, lift the ear to the ceiling. Drop the chin down. We go to the other side. Same thing. Lift the ear to the ceiling. And one more time. Lifting up. Now from here, let's start this circle with your nose right in front. So up, around, and down. Right away, are you keeping that breath just as smooth as it was? Let's go the other way. Pay attention to that now. And yoga means union of breath and movement. So this is always going to be breath-led movements. So keep that smooth and connected. Looking over one shoulder wherever you land, and then drop the chin, look over the other shoulder. All right, coming back to the front, and around go the elbows. So now I'm going to draw circles on the side walls with my elbows. You can take them up here, take them on your head, leave them on the hips, whatever feels good to you. As always, you do you, find what feels good. Little crackling, that's okay. Just be sure there's no pain. And one more time. All right, send the hands together here. Now line up those creases in your hands and send the little fingers forward. Dropping the chin down towards the chest, and we're going to open up the arms wide. Keep the sit bones grounded on the chair and lengthen, reaching skyward. Again, exhale, stretch them forward. Little round in the upper body, and then keep those sit bones on the chair. Inhale, lift the heart. Sink into the sit bones as you reach the fingers away. And let's go over to one side. Supporting yourself here. Turn the palm to the ceiling or away. And then circle that arm around. Let's go the other side. Same thing, reaching over, support yourself here. Turn the palm to the ceiling, maybe brush it away, and circle it around. Let's go the other side. Same thing, reaching up and over. Sit into that left sit bone. Turn the palm back and circle it around. And one more on the other side. Same thing, we take this arc over, belly pulled in, find both sit bones right underneath you. Rotate, turn the gaze here, and all the way around, lifting it up. All right, palms up, palms down, hinge forward. Look down towards the feet, palms up, turning gaze up a bit, palms down, look down towards the feet. Belly comes in here. Remember that your spine serves almost like a second, or your core muscles serve also like a second spine. So you want to engage them whenever you're moving, which is always, right? And we're going to clasp the hands, and I call this candlestick pose, or I think today we'll call it church steeple pose, and draw this line up, reaching even further if you can. And then as we release, let the arms float down. Hinge at the hips, forward fold. Hands come alongside of the legs. Maybe they're down low, maybe they're up high. We are going to halfway rise. So whatever that means to you, let the heart come forward. Push back into the seat. You're going to tend to roll forward here. So push the sit bones back and then reaching into chair pose. So I'm using my feet to sort of push me back here as I reach forward. Open the arms wide. Nice. Let's hinge. Right back up. And now we're going to turn. So keeping those arms 180 degrees if you can, we turn. We go the other way, same thing. And we turn the other way, same thing, reach. Coming back. And again. How's that breath? Is it still staying nice and controlled, steady and smooth? One more. And let's take another one on the other side, so then we'll be even. I like to be even. And back. I like even numbers too. All right, when we come back to the front, both hands together. Press the knuckles forward and draw back. This time take hands on the back of the chair. Let's stretch the right foot forward, toe to the ceiling, a little lengthen down the back of that leg. Gosh, that should feel good. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Clasp the hands, stretch them forward, roll back towards the tailbone. So this stretch goes into the low back as well as the upper back. Come back, heel on the ground, hands on the chair, or your hips, whatever feels good, stretching the heart upward, the toe to the ceiling as well. And release, sitting up nice and tall. Let's lift up on that right leg, and I'm going to circle the ankle. I'm going to work on some strength in the legs today. All right, and then out to the side and let it rest. Lifting and lowering. Let's keep it out there. So this is where I'm going to say head over, heart over, pelvis. And keep that front body lifted and ground down through the back body. In this lift and lower, you're going to tend to want to do this, but I want you to keep that front body lifted. You can support yourself, just almost like you're just springing that foot up. One more time. Bring it back in and down. We go the other side, same thing. Circle the ankle, hold on to the chair, grab the leg, whatever you need here. Okay, here we go. Take it out to the side. Head over, heart over, pelvis. Drop it down and just lift it up. All right. So there's nothing going on here. It's all here, right? Front body is lifted, back body is grounded. One more time. And all the way back in. Now, right up onto the balls of your feet. So you're going to need to back the feet up just a little bit. If you have shoes on, you're going to have to wait till you're bare feet because this is probably not going to work very well. So in order to get a little more stretch in the feet, let's bring the feet back a little bit further so they're closer to the chair and underneath my legs now, not my knees anymore. So I'm really getting a deep stretch, but I'm not putting a lot of weight on them. So work where you're comfortable. You want to go one at a time, that's okay. All right, so now what I want you to do, I'm going to put one foot on the ground and I'm going to tuck that toe underneath there and let the front part of my foot press towards the ground. Use the leg if you need to support it. You get a nice stretch down the front of the leg. Foot. All right, other side, same thing. So up it goes. Tuck the toes underneath there and then press the top of the foot downward towards the ground. Little stretch. Okay, deep breath. Forward fold. Halfway rise again and sweep into this beautiful chair pose. Okay, hands at the heart. Put the feet underneath you if you're not already, a little bit, and we're going to stand up. You have choices right here, use the chair, but always on an exhale because I want you to think about lifting the pelvic floor and pulling the belly in. Deep breath in, exhale, navel draws in all the way up. Okay, I'm going to move back just a little bit to my chair because we're going to work some quadricep muscles here today. Moving chair pose, all right? So if you need to sit down anytime, it's right there. Deep breath in. Exhale, wash the wall in front, send the hips back, look towards the toes, come right back up. Now, as you look down towards the toes, be sure they're facing right straight ahead and your knees are tracking in the direction of your toes as well, right? Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming back up. Doesn't this work beautifully with your breath? Exhale down, reach the hips back, come right back up. Maybe you'll touch the chair, but let them reach back. And because that chair is there, you can really go deep and not have to worry about falling, right? Because it's behind you. One more time. Coming right back up and circle the arms down. Come back in, come to our nice standing mountain pose for the first time. So I'm going to pull my feet in just a little bit because I want my heels right underneath my sit bones here. Tailbone draws downward, belly pulls in, The chin is going to tuck. The crown of the head is going to reach skyward. Palms turn out. Strong legs. Strong heart. And breathe. All right. Let's bring the hands together. At the heart, sink into your knees, keeping the shoulders on that wall behind you. So you're getting a little bit of a calf stretch there. Rise up. Deep breath in, forward fold. Now halfway rise. I'm going to take my left hand onto my right thigh. I'm going to sink into my left knee and turn the gaze over towards the left. So over towards the right. So I'm going to press my right hip over towards the right just a little bit to get a stretch there. It's like you're trying to look in the bottom of the fridge. Come back to the center, reverse swan dive back up, and let's go the same thing on the other side. Forward fold. We're going to halfway rise. I take the right hand on the left thigh, let that hip push out to the left. I'm going to sink into my right knee and my left knee. Take your gaze. And that left hand's on my back hip. All right, come back to the front, reverse swan dive all the way back up. And coming down. All right, let's get a drink of water, come around to the back of the chair, and keep going. All right, so come back into our downward facing dog. If you haven't done this before, I'm going to show you. Hands lightly on the chair. We're only using the chair for balance, right? Never for weight. We're never going to put all our weight on there, except when we were sitting on it. Lightly on the chair, stepping the feet back. So I'm going to sink into my knees. I'm going to look either to the back of the chair, maybe down further, maybe to the ground, maybe to my toes, but my knees are bent. And then I want you to tip the pelvis forward towards the thigh muscles and let those sit bones draw towards the back wall. So imagine somebody's pulling your hips back. Step that right foot out to the right just a little bit. Take the right hand on top of the left. You can mesh the fingers together if you'd like, and let the hips push over to the right. All right, we go the other way, same thing. Out to the left, left hand on top of the right. Let the hips push over to the left. Take a deep breath in. And very nice. Come back to the center. Take the gaze over the chair. Tucking the elbows in here. Come into this little baby cobra. Even take a step in towards the chair. Eyes up, heart comes forward, and push all the way up. Deep breath in. Sink into this again. So maybe let the heart come down, the forehead come down towards the chair. So we'll get a little tricep work, but keeping those elbows tucked in, push on the chair. I said no weight on it, but you are putting some weight right now. I want you to really benefit from it because you're going to use the arms to get yourself back up. We're going to talk about some strength today. And the arms, the shoulders, the forearms, yeah. One more time. And push right back up. All right. Opening the arms wide. Get a little bit of a stretch. You're going to take a pulse back. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to take my feet hip distance apart here and wrap around. Get a little stretch in the back. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wrap the other arm on top, if you can figure that out. And back to the side. Now, rotating. Palms up, palms down. Palms up, palms down. 2 more. And again. 1 more. All the way up. Hold them up. Now, draw the shoulder blades together in the back and let them slide down towards your tailbone. So at this point, you should feel like you've got that front body lifted and the back body grounded. Yeah. Thumbs are pressing back, maybe to the ceiling, depending on the flexibility in your shoulders, but they are working at that. And the elbows are working at tucking downward and underneath as the chest lifts. So you've got that front body lifted, back body grounded. Let's slowly let the arms float down, but keep everything else the same. So you should come back to almost that mountain pose again, yeah? Nice. Shake out. Okay, we're going to work on the sun salutation today. Build a little strength, a little heat. And so I'm going to invite you to turn your chair all the way around. So you're looking at the seat of the chair. I'm going to turn mine sideways so you can see exactly what I'm doing. All right? So standing behind your chair, into that. Ooh, let's get in that mountain pose again. So let's take the arms out, palms face the front or the ceiling. You're going to draw the shoulder blades together and let them draw down the back so that front body is lifted, back body is grounded. Let the arms just release down, and you're in that beautiful mountain pose. All right? Heart is lifted, legs are strong, and we're going to get ready for this. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Here's a beautiful forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Looking over the chair to your device. Now step into the device, into the chair if you need to get the shoulders right over the wrists. I have a squishy seat. This might give your wrist trouble. We're going to work on wrist right now. So what I want you to do is be sure the fingers are pointing towards the back of the chair. And then I want you to externally rotate the shoulders, the elbows forward. I'm going to show you this way. See how I'm going to bring the crease of my elbow forward instead of this way? So rotate in the shoulders and allow that crease of your elbow to rotate. So you're going to feel the shoulder blades draw together there. I'm right over top of my wrist. Bring the heart forward. Now, depending on the strength in your arms, your shoulders, let's try to slide one foot out, keeping shoulders over the wrist for sure. And your choice, you can bring that foot in and switch, or you can take both feet out. You are drawing the heart forward. Let's bring one foot back in, and then the other foot back in. Take a reverse swan dive all the way up. Deep breath in, and back to mountain pose. Fix my sleeve. All right, we do this again. Deep breath in, forward fold, halfway rise. Look over your chair. Take the hands on the chair, externally rotate the shoulders, right foot back, let's drop the heel down, and we're going to rise up into warrior one. So you've come away from the chair now. Deep breath in, breathe. Hinge forward till your hands come to the chair. I'm going to pop that back foot up for a minute or a second and bring it right back together. Heart comes forward. All right, we externally rotate the shoulders, drop the other foot down, toe ball heel, rise right back up. Take another breath. Forward fold. Fingers face the back of the chair, lifting that back foot up for just a moment and release back down. All right, eyes up, heart forward. Let's keep it there. We're going to slide one foot out. Remember, my shoulders are over the wrist. Your choice, you can take that foot in and switch, or come into that plank position right there, heart coming forward. And let's get both feet back, and we'll come back to downward facing dog. Now your choice, you may keep the hands on the chair or take them up a little bit higher. Your call. And breathe. All right, come back into that plank position, whatever you need to do to switch and get the shoulders right underneath the wrist, and you can take one foot forward, that's fine. All right, we bring one foot in, the next one, reverse swan dive all the way back up, okay? We'll do it again, gonna add something else to it. Halfway rise, monkey pose, heart comes forward, find your hands on the chair, again, shoulders down the back. Slide that right foot out, we're gonna come into that reverse warrior. So both arms up, actually reverse, reaching up. Windmill the arms down. Pop that back foot up and bring it in. We go the other side, same thing, eyes up, heart forward, stepping back on the left foot, rise up into warrior one. We drop that left arm and reach, and windmill both arms around. Pop that back foot up, heart forward, both feet together, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Deep breath in. And coming back to our mountain pose. Take your feet comfortably apart. All right, I hope you did well on that. It's the sun salutation. It's meant to be done Very nice and very fluid, create some heat in the body. Let's take the feet wide, all right? So maybe they're lined up with the legs of the chair. Maybe they can come a little bit wider. It's up to you entirely. Oh, I skipped that plank at the end, didn't I? Oh well. So from here, reach the hands forward towards the back of the chair and come into this wide standing downward facing dog. Looking towards the chair. My knees have a little bend in it. My belly is pulled in. Breathe. All right, let's drop that right hand right smack to the center of the chair. We're going to take that left arm out to the side. Now, if this gives your wrist trouble, you know you can always go to the palms. We're going to get to something else on the fingers here as well. Okay, reaching that arm out. Lifting it up, rotating the body, and then exhale. Swing it back underneath. It's going to reach towards the right toe, swing it right back out. Now, too much for that arm, for that shoulder, then by all means, just rotate, leave that hand on the hip, which is absolutely fine. You're still working the same core muscles, or allow it to reach up. And one more time. And release. Let that hand go right back to the chair. Downward facing dog again. Wide standing. All right, left hand on the chair, right arm is going to reach up. But again, it can always just go to your back pocket. Reach over to the left toes. Turn towards the right. Extend that right arm out as you want. And again. Two more. Just make this nice and smooth. It should feel really good. All right. We're going to hold it out to the side this time. Still working these shoulders. To the chair. Wide standing downward facing dog. Slide that tailbone back. All right. Drop your hands to the chair and go and walk your feet in. Shake your legs out a bit. So now what I want you to do, your hands are flat on the chair. What I want you to do is come up onto the fingertips. Spider hands. We brought the feet in, sorry. Let the heart come forward. You're up into spider fingers right here. Yeah. Really working the forearms. All right. Then drop the hands down, but let's take the fingers out. All right. So then just a little swing side to side. See how that feels. Just gently. If you need to ride up and take the heel of the hand off the chair, that's okay. All right. So now let's just try this. Let's try one hand forward and one hand back. And you may need to step in closer to the chair to do that. And again, you can bend that elbow and let the heel of the hand ride off of the chair if you need to. And then we'll go the other way, same thing. You know, work where you're comfortable here. This is a bit of a challenge. This can be a bit of a challenge. It's about strengthening the forearms, working the wrists, working the fingers. And if it's not for you, it's okay. All right. Coming back, both hands on the chair, eyes up, heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Let's get a little bit of cat and cow in here, bringing the heart forward and releasing back. Again. And exhale, round the spine, tuck in the tailbone. One more time. And tuck the tailbone. All right, come back to that flat back. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive back up. Coming right back down. Okay, let's turn that chair back around. Come back the other way. Okay, around to the right side of your chair. We're going to work on a little bit of strength here. And let's step wide into our wide standing mountain pose here. Palms come forward, legs are strong, toes are pressing down, heart is lifting, mood is lifting, huh? All right, and then I'm going to sink over to the left side of my chair, to the side of my chair. You've got that chair handy for good. And bring that knee in and up. Now, if you need to put it on the ground, that's just fine. I have a little micro bend on my supporting leg. As you find balance, release the hand, remembering everything stays in mountain pose. Extend that leg to the front. And again, if you need to put it on the ground, do so. If you can lift it high, do so. We're going to curl that heel in towards the seat. Now let's go ahead and use the chair. Extend it out and come into our airplane pose. Again, heart comes forward, palms are pressing forward. It's like you're catching the wind in your hands here. And I'm lifting from the heel. I have a bend in my supporting leg. You can always put the toes down. All right. And then sink into that back knee, drop that toe down, rise up into high lunge. You have hold of this chair, don't let go of it until you find your balance. I have a little bit of a bend in that back leg, and I'm going to lift the other arm up. It's up to you. Keep one hand on the chair at all times if you need to. We work on a little bit of strength in these legs here now. And I'm going to add a little core muscle to it as well. So we're going to take the arms out, use the chair if you need to. Let that right arm reach forward. Belly comes in here. That exhale is really powerful using the rib cage. And we're going to allow that left arm to reach back or to the side, and we have a really nice twist. Use either hand on the chair, holding on. All right, drop one hand to the chair. We're going to pop that back foot up. Now, keeping that long line from the crown of the head to the heel, reach the fingers back. I have this micro bend here. This is our warrior 3 posture. That body is absolutely straight. No rounding to the spine. So draw that shoulder blades together. And remember, front body lifted, back body grounded. And if you were going to hinge forward, lift from the heel using the chair. Squeeze that glute. Standing up tall. Now we work on that stretch here. What I want you to do is bring that foot across the body, across the midline. If you've been told not to cross the midline, you know not to do that. Sinking that back knee to the front calf muscle. Maybe this is going to be your stretch for the day. You want to lift that foot up and place it on the knee. Sink even deeper. This is our half lotus with chair pose. And should you find balance, hands to the heart. Keeping this toe flexed. But again, you can always leave the leg down lower. That's fine. Let's take this big sweep around. Drop the foot down behind you. Heel of the hand is going to reach to the ceiling in our nice wild things stretch. So the heel of the hand is reaching far from that back heel. You're getting a nice stretch down the body. All right, back to mountain pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Now, here's that halfway rise. Heart comes forward. You can take a gander at the device, but then keep the chin tucked. And we're going to reverse swan dive back up. I want you to sink into the knees. Now, tuck the chin. Look back towards the knees for a minute and roll the spine back up, reaching the arms out and down. Okay. Sashay to the other side. Here we go. Wide standing mountain pose. I'm right here by the back legs of my chair, so I've got it there for balance. Wide standing mountain pose. So we know where we're going today. We're going to have that leg lifted. We're going back to airplane pose. High lunge. Ooh, a lot of stuff, huh? Warrior 3, and then half lotus. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff using the supporting leg. All right, we transfer the leg. Using the chair, allow it to lift. So just pay attention to that upper body in mountain pose. Yep, this leg is working. but this upper body is going to stay in that beautiful mountain pose. Extend the leg out, and you can drop it down to the ground if you need to, or lift it even higher. Front body lifted. And this is where we curl it in, extend it out, and drop it down towards the ground. Rising up. We're going to allow this leg to get a stretch in it now where you need it. Reaching skyward, and should you find balance, we take the right arm up as well. High lunge. Front knee over the ankle. Back leg is straight. I'm going to ratchet mine back a bit, but it's up to you. Both legs working hard. Let's open the arms. Okay, again, shoulders back. And here's that rotation. Just like we did when we were seated. Work at keeping them 180 degrees. But if you need the chair, by all means, use it. Coming back to the front, we're going to come up into our airplane pose. So just reaching the heart forward, toe on the ground if you need it, arms out, catch that wind. And then coming into our warrior three, keeping that foot flexed. I'm going to lift my foot. If you need to keep it down there, that's just fine. From the crown of the head to the heel, you have this nice long line. It's almost like you imagine you're standing in mountain pose and you've got that beautiful line, but without that back heel on the ground. Okay, here's where we swing that foot around. Follow the foot on the ground, sink that back knee to the calf muscle. Hands to the heart. You want to take this deeper, ride it up, and sink into our seated chair pose. Here's what's kind of fun, I think. You got that chair handy, put your foot on it. It gives you another touch point, gives you another little balance point, so you can really sink into this and get that great piriformis stretch. Slowly coming out of this, swing that leg around, follow the foot on the ground, heel of the hand to the ceiling, stretch up. So you're getting a really nice long stretch from the heel of the hand, all the way to the heel. All right, step both feet out to our mountain pose once again. Nice and tall. Press the knuckles back. So they're going to ride behind the body here. Let's turn the palms together. Bend the elbows. Clasp the hands. And let them ride down the back. Everybody with me? All right. So in this beautiful chest expansion, this is too much on the shoulders. By all means, just take your hands in your pocket. We are going to forward fold. I'm going to turn towards the chair, but you can stay facing the front. Hinging at the hips here. Now notice my hands are resting on my tailbone there, on my hip bones in the back. Should you find strength and flexibility, allow them to lift off of the seat, press them forward or behind you there. Keep the chin tucked right here. You can let the head hang just a bit. You can deepen this forward fold if you'd like. Release that, release the arms, let them shake out, and we're going to roll up. So start in the tailbone. You got to sink the knees, tuck the tailbone, scoop in that belly that's supporting your spine. Roll back up, nice and slow, all the way up and around. Shake out. Good work. All right, get yourself a drink of water. Boy, we've only had one earlier today, so I hope whatever you've got in that water bottle, you'll drink all day, or before dinner, before lunch. Let's sit back down and out towards the edge of your seat. Again, we'll continue with a twist here. And we're going to take seated, twisted chair pose. Yeah, seated twisted chair pose. Yeah. So we're going to remove that idea of crossing the leg over at this point and just hinge forward at the hips, eyes up, heart forward, and come to our chair pose. Easy enough, huh? With your heart coming forward, you're going to feel the back work. You should feel that tenderloin of your spine, those muscles right there really working. Now, I'm going to drop my elbow down. You may not be able to get that elbow there. That's okay. And then I'm going to release my wrist to the right leg. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, lift that right shoulder. Now, with that right arm, you have some choices. You can leave it there in your hip, the back of the chair, or you can swing it up skyward, almost like you're going to wave to somebody there. The other thing I want you to do is draw those shoulder blades together, lifting the heart, lifting the front body, ground through the back body, so let that tailbone, let those shoulder blades draw down towards the tailbone. Even if the arm is down, you can still lift your heart. In fact, think about lifting your heart to your device, to me. From this, we're going to come right up nice and tall, staying in that twist, reach forward. Now, settle in nice and even to both sit bones. Hands to the heart, slowly come right back to the front. Release the hands down, notice how you feel. Energized, I hope. Okay, so deep breath in. We come forward again into our chair pose. I have a long spine from the crown of my head to the tailbone. Eyes up, heart comes forward. Drop that right elbow down towards the knee. It may not be able to make it, but I bet when you release the arm down, that wrist will make it there. So I'm going to lift my left shoulder on top of my right shoulder, and that hand can go in the back pocket on the chair. We're swinging it up skyward. Reach tall, breathe deep. And again, let your heart come forward towards your device. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. You're really working that arm, really working your core muscles here. All right, and back up. We come, sit nice and tall. Ground through both sit bones. Lift the heart again. Reaching forward, reaching back. Stay in that twist. Bring the hands to the heart. Come on back to the front. Notice how you feel. Twist can be very energizing, that's for sure. All right, we're going to slide that right foot out, put the heel on the ground, hands behind, lift the heart. My version of fish pose. It's also a reverse plank. And then you release. Let's take the other side. Same thing. Heel on the ground, toe to the ceiling. Hold on to the chair or in your back pocket. That's fine. It's up to you entirely. Lifting the heart. Keep the chin tucked. We tend to stick the chin out so you can't breathe. So you got to tuck the chin in, be sure. Shoulders together, down your back. I like to use the image that my shoulder blades are scooping up my heart here. So let them get underneath you there. All right. Release both feet on the ground. Hands are going to surround the kneecaps. I want you to scoop that. Keep your eyes straight ahead. You're going to roll back towards the tailbone. Scoop in the low belly. Press the rib cage back and up. And then finally release the head down. Take a deep breath into the back ribs. Sit up nice and tall. Let's try that again, all right? So your eyes are forward. Watch the shoulders haven't come up. Start in the sit bones. Roll back towards the back. That tailbone's going to tuck underneath you. Whoops. You're going to press the ribs to the back and then lift up on the rib cage to the ceiling. Tuck the chin. My shoulders are now going to come forward and tuck the chin downward. Take a breath into the back ribs. And release. Come all the way back up. So we get a really nice stretch all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head when we do that. I think we've covered it all. Push back towards the back. Okay, so let's extend the legs out in front. Heel of the hand together as well. Yeah, pushing forward, dropping down. Drop those toes down as well. Forward, strength in the forearms. And out, and then rotate them out to the side. Down. You can drop the feet, and right here. This will be our headstand today, unlike what we did on Monday. Press skyward a little bit more. Keep drawing the fingers towards the back. And then release back down. Let's let them relax. And a little pull on the hand bones and let them draw back just very gently. And I'm sitting up against the back of the chair now. Other side, same thing. Just a little gentle pull. Drop the fingers down. Very gentle. All right. And settle back. And if you'd like to go down to the floor and complete class and your Shavasana on the floor, that's fine. This is your chance to do that. Settle on in. Tuck the shoulder blades. A little tuck in the chin. And if you're in a chair, soles of your feet on the ground. Stay connected to the earth. Stay connected to your energy source. And breathe deep. Let's take an exhale through the mouth. A little wiggle. And then there you are. A few moments of some stillness. Connect. Appreciate everybody else there today who is practicing with you, maybe. There's probably 15 of you watching, practicing, breathing. And just sort of mentally connect with those people that are there today. And long for the day we're back together once again. In class, family, friends. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Should you need a few extra moments, by all means, stay where you are. Bring the heel of the hand, the fingertips together, and let your eyes open. Soft gaze. A very good friend and former church educator from North Presbyterian Church here has a wonderful saying she has framed for many of us that says, "Hope is hearing the melody of the future. Faith is dancing to it today." So hopefulness, strength, and peace, may they stay with you as we journey into the rest of this week. Remembering a heart at peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Those of you that were brand new, I hope you'll come back again. Have a wonderful week. Remain hopeful, and I'll see you all again next Wednesday.